Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, Larry's quest for Gary.
Ahoy!
Ahoy!
I'm still croaky. I'm sorry.
I see that.
I'm still working on
it. It ain't easy being green, you know? Like, it's the...
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm hydrating. I'm hydromaxing, I think is what I'm trying to do.
That's important, right? Got to stay hydrated for the volatile up and down weather. It's 30. It's 25. It's 58. Like, what is it? What is happening?
We're looking at 70 degrees on Christmas. I'm like,
pretty gross.
Yes. This makes me happy. No listeners. It does not make me happy. I was happy when it was like overcast, drizzly, and 30.
It's true. It was great. They can do that. They can do that all at once over Christmas break because I don't have to worry about indoor recess, right? So, like,
yes,
I don't necessarily love it in the middle of the week on a Tuesday when I have recess duty, but god dang, over Christmas break, it's wonderful, right? Like, yeah, stay here, read some Dickens, like you do. More on that later.
I know. More on that later. Oh, okay. Yes, I could do that all day. It's fantastic. However, then I find that I have I'm now in this season where there can be days where I don't ever leave my house. And this is dangerous.
You mean great? That's what you meant to say.
No,
you meant to say excellent.
No.
You're getting it wrong here. I feel like I don't.
If I were doing things that were like, I'm like nourishing my soul and I'm reading and I'm learning, but it's like I'm answering phone calls and writing emails.
Okay, that's fair. That's gross.
I'm scheduling. Those aren't fun. Those are not my favorite.
No, that's fair. That doesn't sound near as fun as anything else, really. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, but we're it's so weird. It's so weird. Like, I am finally like getting some of the schedule kind of put into place. So that's feeling good. For like, and I'm talking about like Christmas schedule for the team of like, I'm finally have everything where it needs to be. Yeek. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just getting things off of my plate one at a time. But the other thing that has not been taken off my plate is we have been trying to get a contractor out at our house to do some work.
Oh.
Now.
Oh no.
Now.
Oh no. This never ends well. No. Right here. This goes wrong in a hurry. Oh dear.
We are in the very beginning stages of this. What we have done is, we have lived in this house now for 7 years, which sounds ridiculous for me to put it that way, but that's what happened.
It really kind of does for you to say that out loud. Like,
I know. I think about that and then I'm like, oh my goodness. So, we've painted, we've upkept these things, but there are just some bigger projects that we'd like to have done. And so I thought to myself, what you need to do is you need to start calling people that do these kind of projects and tell them, I have money that I would like to give you to do this.
Can I offer you in part exchange for your services some monetary compensation?
Yeah.
And perhaps a cookie or two. Just saying. Like, I would like.
Yes. Yep. And so we just go. So I was like, surely this won't be an issue at all. And step one, getting people to answer their phones. This is the hard
Unless
part.
I'll be millennial contractors, right? No.
Yes. So you know what I started to do, Brandon? I resorted to I am texting people saying, "Hi, I would like to call you tomorrow. Do you have time between?"
Just get your fishing pole and stick $1 on the end of it and just like run it through Lowe's. All right.
I
And just
think
be
this
like,
is what I need.
hey, like,
Have you-
oh, hey, I see you like dollars. I have more if you can, in
I have
fact,
more
come.
in my van.
Yeah. No, I'll meet you there. Okay. You can follow me. You don't have to get in the van. It's fine. It's
But if you
for
wanna
dogs.
get in the
It's
van-
for dogs. Okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's a pet bus, guys. Don't freak out, right? It's not for napping. Anything. Don't worry.
I have you seen those? Have you seen these jokes of like on TikTok or Instagram? Okay, sorry, but like where it's like, oh, it'll be a woman and she's like looking for a new man, and it cuts to her like in Lowe's, like acting like I don't know what I'm going to do, and like
Oh,
blah,
yes,
blah,
I
blah.
have. Yes.
Like I'm about ready to do this by the business and contractor counters, just like me, because I don't know how
Like, oh man, you're gonna be somebody's like Skyrim side quest, right? You're gonna be like, hey man, looking for some contracts. Like, and there's gonna be you in the corner with like a hood, right? Like,
from their perspective, their DM just said, you walk into a bar to refresh after your latest thing, looking for some coin because you've spent it all on blah blah blah. A man sidles up to you with his hood pulled low. And that's me. That's me, right? It's me going, hey, do you want to build a deck? Right? Like,
you want to build.
First, you'll have to collect the wood from the far off forest of whatever.
Oh yes, see,
like,
I feel like if you put that in your text, they'll just be flocking, right? Like,
I guess. I mean, calling people. And again, it's
this
like
many experience points and this much gold. It's fine.
Right.
Come on. Look at
Oh, looks like you're headed over that way anyway. Well, might as well pick. Like whatever. I'm so lost and frustrated too. So I finally have a guy. Oh, and the other thing too is it's like not what I am learning is that what used to be called a general contractor, they're now like niched contractors. And so what this means
you have
is
to find like a deck contractor or
yes,
like,
yes, because everybody that I've talked to, they're like, well, so I say everyone, like the 3 people who have actually picked up the phone after all the stuff that I've done, emails, contact forms on websites, text messages, phone calls, like I'm sending carrier pigeons out to people at this point. Like people who contact me back, I'm like, okay, here's the list of everything that I need done. And they're like, that's great. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't do this thing either. And before you ask, I don't know anybody who does. And you're like, what? Like this guy, he said very clearly, he said, I don't do carpet, concrete, or roofs. And I was like, cool. Do you have a carpet guy? Because I do need carpet. He's like, no. Everybody I know got out of it. It hurts your knees. It's like, oh, so just like nobody does carpet. We're just all stuck with the carpet that we have in our houses. Like, what do I do?
Yeah, I guess nobody. That's a weird.
And so, what he's basically saying is, if you want carpet or flooring, you have to go to like the big box carpet flooring stores because they're the only ones who are willing to put up with that in their life.
That's so weird.
So now I'm like, fine. I'll just go and deal with the big box carpet stores. And I guess I'll just be fine. So he's coming over tomorrow to look and tell me all the things that he won't do. And that it'll take 6 months before he can even show up. And that'll be 5 times more costly than we think it's going to be. Like I'm just prepared for him to say, oh yeah, I know you said this on the phone, but I don't actually do that either. Now that I see this, I don't do that thing that you're asking because that's just crazy, right? Like this is
This. All right. So here is a bizarre segue for you, right? This week I have discovered a musical artist by the name of Stephen Wilson Jr. Right? He's very like singer, songwriter, country music type of dude, which is weird that I like this person, but I do. Right?
Oh, I too.
You know this guy?
I too have discovered him for his what did he perform? It was Stand By Me.
Yeah, the Stand By Me song. Yeah, that guy, the Stand By Me guy.
Yes,
that song rips, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay. So this week, right? Look at that. Both of us on a Stephen Wilson Jr. journey, right?
Hey.
But have you heard this song called Gary?
Gary.
Right?
Yes.
Right? Collin? You need a Gary.
I need a Gary.
That's what you need right now. Okay? Like that. Like I was listening to you speak, and I was thinking about that dude's lyrics to that song, and I was like, "Oh my god, Collin, you need a Gary so bad."
So, I do need a Gary. Oh,
right? Ain't a lot of boys named Gary these days. Born with a cigarette glued to their face. Fix about anything a hammer can handle. Saving all their money because a Gary don't gamble. Collin,
Gary,
you need a Gary.
Maybe
in your life, like real bad.
maybe. Okay.
I saw a thing of him talking about it, and he was like, yeah. He was like, there's a whole lot of problems in our world, and computers and AI can't solve them, but a Gary can. I was like,
maybe this is my new tactic. I will also just go around asking, is your name Gary? That's my step one. But step two, flashback to me. I'm not inside the Lowe's at the counter. I'm outside in my car with the windows rolled down, playing this song at a relatively high volume.
Yeah, and if somebody approaches you, right?
Yes.
You're like, aha, there you go. Still giving the quest, but now you have a bit different tactic, right? There you go. That's what I'm.
Yes, it's like moths to a flame. Exactly. Exactly. This is what's necessary. So
yes, perfect.
This has been just and we were like, okay, well, we've got anyway, it was like, I can do so many things quickly. Like I can get the money like today, but I have nobody to give it to. And that's like the really frustrating
Here's the
part.
problem.
Like I has need, I has money, could you it's reminding me a lot of when Megan and I tried to buy a house when we were in Dallas. And,
oh yes.
And our realtor at the time had us writing what they called cry letters. Have you heard of these things?
Only in the context with which I seem to recall you talking about this.
Okay. Yes.
Right. That's the only I vaguely remember this story from when you were doing that, right? Like that is it's a horribly depressing thing to do.
It is.
Some might say Dickensian.
Dickensian in nature,
by the way.
Where it's like you're about to spend more money than you have access to or will have access to in your entire life, and go into like serious debt, locking your way yourself for 30 years. And you need to write a letter asking for the privilege to do so, and all the things you're going to do with the home, and how you're going to use the front bedroom as your kid's nursery, and the memories and all this stuff, and why your work is like, oh my goodness. And I'm about ready to do that.
BlackRock has more money than you, Collin. They don't need to write a letter, right?
I know. No, they just showed up, took a suitcase full, and was like, here's my credit, cash, right? And they would
drop it on the floor. How about this?
That'll do.
Like a weird mob movie,
yes,
drop the duffel bags on the
pretty
floor.
much what it is.
No, better yet, snap your fingers, have somebody else drop the duffel bags on the floor.
Oh, that's actually a better move.
Like, how about now? Who's crying now? Huh? What's up?
Okay, well, maybe we'll tone that down a little bit.
Okay, that was a little too harsh. Okay, that's a good point.
We're not crazy
too strong
here.
I mean, yes, but okay.
But
except for no.
So this has been my quest recently, is in trying to find out how to get this to work. Not.
I believe, Colin, this is actually, we're going to retitle this Larry's Quest for Gary. That's what we're going to call this.
Okay. Show title. Gary. Okay, well.
That's
not even putting a bullet point. It's going straight to the title slot.
Oh, yes. We go. Rebrand time.
Oh my goodness. But so when I haven't been doing hunting for Gary, this actually just happened today. We got a call from the library.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
And they said, hey, we just had a gentleman come in, donated 8 Lego kits and boxes. He wants to donate them to the kids section.
You just said yes before she even finished speaking, didn't you?
And I'm like
yes.
listening. So I mean, I'm a little disappointed because it's not heavy furniture from the early 1900s.
True, yeah. We have an 18-foot tall bookcase. We were wondering if you.
Oh well, I'll be over. Like, yeah. So again, I was a little like, oh, okay, sad, but Lego, keep going. And they said the guy came in and dropped these 8. They're huge boxes. They're these massive pieces and big things. And we asked him though, does he know if they have all of the pieces? And he said, no, he doesn't know. He actually took them apart because they were up on display in his office, and he took them apart and put them in the boxes. He doesn't know if all the pieces are there. And the library went, huh. Well, we want to know if these have all the pieces. How are we going to do that? So they called.
Oh no.
Us. And they said, would your kids be interested in building these massive Lego sets and documenting what pieces are missing? And
one of them most assuredly would do that. Like he's like, yes.
It was like, yes, but before anything could transpire, it was like we were already like on our way there to pick these up.
He's still on the phone, getting in the car.
It was like
driving,
we're just levitating there. And it turns out all 8 sets are Star Wars.
Oh, even better.
And then they said they actually want, like, for some of the pieces, there's some big pieces. Like one of these is like this big, like 4-foot monstrosity.
Mm-hmm.
They want to, once it's built, they want to leave it on display there as part of their Star Wars section. They have a big section for Star Wars books. Mm-hmm. They want to leave it over there. And
it's like the Star Destroyer one?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, it is.
There we go.
Yes. It came in a massive tote.
Oh, yeah. That thing is enormous. I've seen pictures of it.
And so it was like, we get over there and one of my children is just beaming, just absolutely like beside themselves. And so we have a system now where so Noah's already built 1.5 of these naturally.
Of course. Of course.
And he's just like 700 pieces. It's done. Whatever. But he is building. But Lillian, because she's like finding pieces and helping put together. She is the the paperwork and administrative. So what the system
that also tracks. Really,
we've decided on also tracks is we have the Lego manual to build. As we can't find pieces, she is circling the piece in the instruction manual so that we know this piece is missing and where it's supposed to go. And so basically, Noah build. And then he'll go, Lily! And she runs over with her red pen and he's like, this one. She circles it.
Nice. With like
And
a little
so-
teamwork, you know?
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah, it is fantastic. Everyone, it's been really fun. And so, but now we're in this like, okay, this is an extended build we're entering into, obviously, because we don't want to sit on this for like a year. Like we've got to push through. So it's like
Buckle down.
We gotta
build
have,
feet
like-
of Legos.
yeah, like where's our 6-foot table? Where are we going to put this in the room? How are we going to set this? Where are the boxes? Where do they go once they're built? Kind of stuff, and that let the library decide and everything. So we've we've set a big long-term project on our 2 kids, and like you have been deemed the Lego master builders for the library. Go forth, right?
Yeah, for the city. The
Yes.
Lego Master Builders for the city.
That's true.
You
That's
should
true.
get a plaque. I feel like
Dude, yeah, the
I
city.
feel like that's plaque worthy, right? Like
I think that's blackworthy.
I feel like-
Yes. They went, who are we going to get to build these? They made one call. I was like,
Yeah,
yes,
they're
we're
like-
there.
No, what happened was they were all sitting around and they're like, man, what are we going to do? And there was just one of the people was like, no, I know what must be done. And
I got this. Shush.
they flipped through the Rolodex. I like to imagine the library still has a Rolodex. I know that's probably not true, but they were like, bam, got it. This is the one.
Absolutely.
The chosen.
The chosen. Yes. So this is our new side quest as a family.
Nice.
And everything.
This is beautiful. I approve this
Yeah.
message.
I'm very
Is
excited.
what I-
Yes. It's gonna be good. So that's been my week. Still suffering. Still no contractor, but lots of Lego.
There you go. That's good. That's important.
Yeah.
So that's like,
have you
that's
been
more
up to?
exciting than me. I've just been like trying to power through this last week because our last day of school is Friday. So I was like, we had to squeeze in a science test today. So it's like, hey guys, guess what?
Oh no.
Last week I told them last week, like,
Oh, okay.
right, like last week I was like, hey, next Wednesday, remember? And so still a handful of like, huh? What's today? What's going on? What are you doing? Anyway, so but we snuck in that today, so that was handy. We had to do that. And then they're practicing for the Christmas program, which is tomorrow. So like they're stealing all of my afternoon class time to go practice in the Performing Arts Center with all the children's. So I had to wrap up social studies time last week. Like, okay, we're gonna do this introductory thing, and then we're gonna stop. Okay, bye. Like none at all next week. So
Real quick.
So yeah, there you go. So actually, and then Friday's a half day, so that's at least nice.
Ooh.
So we have half day there. That is the only acceptable use of half day, is the day before Christmas break, and potentially the last day of school.
Yeah.
All other days should not be half days. Like, no, that's the only ones you need. But like the full day on the day before Christmas,
That's a no.
that's a little rough. You know, it's a little like, what on earth are you going to do on that day? Like, oh dear.
Well, hopefully the year's wrapping up well, at least.
Oh yeah, it's not bad. It's just it was trying to like get everything done, because I like you kind of have to finish, other than the quiz, obviously. Like all other assignments kind of have to be done last week, so that you can be like, okay, this week if you didn't get done with those, if you were gone, you got to do them now. You know, you got this week to finish before you. Because, you know, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just been a little stressful trying to wrap up things, but not too bad. So I have to go back for the Christmas program tomorrow night. And then that's pretty much it. Boom. Done.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I have no idea what's happening. So I'm just like hanging out. Like,
Oh, just here and there.
true. I'm focused on like tomorrow, really. Like my whole focus for everything has been like all of tomorrow. So like even like what's happening Friday, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just
don't talk about things too far out there, right?
yeah, it's too far in advance.
That's
3 days away? Nah, too much. We don't
impossible.
Not worried about that right now. It's too far to worry about.
Right. I know that feeling. You want me to plan for the weekend? It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
There's no way I can do that.
Yeah, I can't think that far in advance. I have tomorrow to think about.
Right. And survive, more importantly.
Exactly. So, yeah, pretty uneventful here. Just like wrapping up. But and like Christmas present pun. Got him. So I got yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too exciting, really. Didn't do a whole lot. Except for Colin. Can I interest you in a fairly competent, mostly complete version of the O Brothers 12 Days of Christmas?
Oh, wow. Yes. Oh my goodness. Absolutely.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
I remembered. It is done. Right. Now, that doesn't, we can tweak it eventually, but I have for you a completed test. Look at this. Set down many, many episodes ago, but because we are professional and have continuity, right? Oh,
absolutely. As is our brand voice that we learned last time.
And what?
As we learned last time was a part of our brand voice.
Yes, my brand voice, right? Look at that.
Whatever.
So I have for you a official completed Oh Brother 12 Days of Christmas. In time for Christmas even.
Wow.
Right? Look at that. Deadlines. Bang. For you to sign off upon. Right? If you would.
Okay.
Right? So I'm not going to go through the whole thing one at a time, if you will permit me to start at day 12.
Oh, okay.
That would
okay. You're not going to do the whole arrangement. You're just
no, I'm not. That's not the important part here. We just need the final 12. All right. So for your signature, right, on to rubber stamp the official Oh Brother 12 Days of Christmas, if you please.
Okay.
Let me get some water here. I'm not actually gonna sing. Don't worry. Okay. I gotta remember how I cram some of these syllables into these lines here, but
it's fine.
It's fine. So, Colin and listeners, I give you the official version, right? On the 12th day of Christmas, Oh Brother gave to me 12 nostalgia trips, 11 encyclopedias, 10 rabbit holes, 9 pearls of wisdom, 8 feline movies, 7 book discussions, 6 obscure references. References. Yeah, sorry.
Reference.
5 top 5 lists. 4 segues, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All the signs off.
There you go. All right. There you go.
Stamped and then stamped again. Absolutely. I love every second of that. It's exactly what it should be.
Here we go.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. That's fantastic. I love that.
There you go.
That's really, really well done. That's fantastic.
Combing through the archives, thinking about what really belongs here. And I feel like got a good distillation here of that.
Right. No, well, it's we have so much that we it's kind of a wide ranging
That's true.
thing.
That's true. So
I love that. Of
yes.
course, you had to
There you
get and you did. No, you hit everything in there.
All the really important things. We got the haikus, the ahoy, and the segues.
Yes.
I mean, what else?
Well, in the top 5 lists,
The top 5 lists, indeed.
feline movies. Yeah.
And then we did stick I figured rabbit holes was a bit of a catch-all for many things. So we could
Yes, I think that between the rabbit holes and the segues, I think that just covers. That's the etc.
It is, yeah. It is a breadth, right? So like it is a.
Oh my goodness! Oh, that's
I'll send you a picture
good.
of that for the show notes, so you can put that in there.
Yeah, I know.
That.
I do need that for the show notes.
Because I want to type it all out again.
Yeah,
I just wrote this in my little notebook thing, so I'll do that here. Hopefully that works. Oh, the other one other random thing that I just remembered happened because I opened my camera roll to send this to you. We did find when we were digging our rocks and stuff last week.
Oh yeah,
we did find one like super unexpected like thing. Right, we did a bit of archeology on accident, right?
Oh.
Yes, a bit of accidental archaeology was accomplished because somebody dug up a piece of a glass bottle, right?
Ooh.
So they dug up this glass. It was like the bottom of the glass bottle, right? But the patent date on the bottom says 1897.
Oh,
That.
Okay. Okay.
So there we go. And so after doing some internet sleuthery, right, we determined that this most likely comes from an old Hainer whiskey bottle. Yes, which was around the turn of the century and like went out of business during Prohibition. So,
wow.
Yeah. Now I think they're still doing things now. Like they've come back a bit, right? But like they stopped production during Prohibition. So they were around in the 1800s, like in the 1860s, I think, and then they had a whole bunch of they're from Ohio, I believe, is what I read. And they had a whole bunch of distributors, including St. Louis and Kansas City. So, yeah. But they pretty much stopped production in like 1920. So
that's great. Any idea like how like where that came from?
Well, so I don't really know. We were digging. This is the same area or near the same area where I found a couple of years ago. Not I found, but some of the kids found a like really random bit of like super rusty metal. I don't know what it is because it's like so deteriorated that I can't really figure out what it could possibly be. Ew. But it does appear to be like a super old, like super oxidized bit of like iron. So I don't know. It is near the train tracks. So there's that bit, and I don't know what would have been over there during these times in that town, but like it is by the train tracks, and it is near the old like there's like I don't know if it was just a school, like an old school like burn pile thing where they just like throw stuff, right? Like a long time ago. not anymore, but like it's just like this old overgrown area where they just used to like dump things and burn them. So it was near that and near the railroad tracks. So I don't really know what was on this land previous to the playground that is currently there. But yeah, there is a random super old bottle just over there. Guess I could ask Susan's mom. She would have some idea, maybe, like what was over there. But
I was gonna say, I was gonna say, if you were gonna ask her if she dropped it.
No, is this yours? You dropped this? No, I didn't. I may ask them when I see them this weekend. So I'll report back if I discover any interesting local history about the area in which this was discovered. But I just, could just be old, dropped old trash. I don't know at some point, but it was pretty sweet. And she was like, "Can I take this home?" I was like, "What? Yeah, I'm fine. I'll put it in a bag for you. So, like drop it or anything." Because it wasn't like sharp or anything, but like,
sure.
But I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. You can have, I don't care." We did do that. We did accidentally find some archaeological town evidence there.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
That is cool. I like that a lot. Hopefully they were enthralled and enjoyed it.
Yeah, a lot of them were like, "What?" Once we cleaned it off and saw the date, they were like, hold on."
No, I mean, fair.
But
that is
pretty cool.
So cool. Yeah. Neat.
Yeah. That was the other thing I did. That was the other exciting thing I did this week was we found some.
You were leading the exploration.
Yeah, I was there. Yes. I was the dig organizer of the archaeological survey. Right. Like
writing.
I will not take credit. I did not dig it out. Okay. I was just nearby.
You sound like somebody who's at a scientific meeting saying his hands never touched it. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't touch it, so it's fine. I'll on that. They found it. They brought it inside. They washed it off. I just helped them research what it was. Sorry, I had to turn the fan on. It's getting stuffy in here. All right. Speaking of stuffy, Collin.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah, let's do
it's like
yes, I was trying to explain to Susan my feelings that I have currently, right? And it's like I feel like sometimes like there'll be a chapter that happens where I'm like, yeah, I kind of understand what's happening.
Yeah.
And then the very next chapter, I'm like, what on earth was that? Right. And I understand this is how Pip feels. And as he is our narrator, it somewhat makes sense that would be going on. But also, what in the heck did I just read?
It also, others could explain it as, given that these were released in weekly fashion, that Mr. Dickens forgot what was published previously and was just pulling threads of his vague memory of where he was wanting this to go.
I feel like, yeah, like, I mean, again, we're still in the first, quarter of the book here. So like, maybe some more of these threads will continue to wrap around and show up again later. That's within the realm of possibility. But the two, chapter, what did we read? Like 10 and 11? I was like, what the heck?
I was so lost on many of these things. And again,
I was mostly lost on 11. 11 was a chapter this week. 10 was weird. But 11, I was like, what on earth is going on?
How? Yes.
Like
what? It's so, and like you said, like, I know we'll get to this, but like, yeah, like I'm just so, like, I'm just going to read this. I'm just reading and trusting because I don't know what else is going to happen here.
Yeah. Right. Like you're literally no idea what, because this is like, it does feel rather episodic, right? Because like that's just how we're getting to view Pip's life, right? Because even in one of these chapters, we get a bit more time jump, right?
Yeah, where he literally says, I'm skipping over 8 months.
Yeah, because basically the same thing happened every time, but it was weird every time. So I'll just give you the general gist of what was going on. Like that, it makes sense. But like, yeah, it was real. What? I don't know. Anyway, so 10. 10 at least makes sense, and I could follow the thread, and I understood what was going on, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like, piece together chapter 10. Yes, made sense to me. Yeah. Right. So we're out. Well, we're not out. We're except for we get this other random person that did I miss somewhere? This like Biddy person.
She
was she before? Did we talk about her before?
She was mentioned in like extreme passing as just merely being present. So much so that whenever he started talking about Biddy, I was like, "Ooh, I have no idea." But like,
yeah. It's kind of hard. There's like 800 characters in this book, but like, yeah. So we have this Biddy person who is apparently Mr. Wopsel's great aunt. Is that true? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's like going to help educate Pip, kind of, but it is comically unuseful the way that she goes about this. And so we just get this like very bizarre description of like,
well, Biddy is not the great aunt. She's like Pip's age, I think.
Okay. But she lives there or works with her. Is that
she works with her at the store?
Okay.
But Mr. Wopsel's great aunt, who does he ever give a name?
No.
So yes, that is yes, Biddy is Pip's age, and she's working the store and helps around with this night school or whatever is going on here. Yeah.
We got through Miss Biddy and the mysterious public night school debacle that was not working well, right?
Yeah.
And we had to go from the public house, right? This is one of his errands he must run sometimes. But he finds Joe in the company of a very suspicious looking man. Perhaps he is described as secret looking. He was all like got a big hat on, he's got all cut. Maybe he's looking for someone to build a deck. He's looking pretty suspicious over in the corner. I don't know. Like but are you still there?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Yep. Wait, so now I'm paranoid that if you don't say anything, I'm like, oh gosh, he's gone. Okay, I'm getting freaked out here. So we get this secret looking man whom I had never seen before. His head was all on one side and one of his eyes was half shut up, as if he were taking aim at something with an invisible gun. Right? So he's very secretive and very kind of just not great looking. Right? He like uses this metaphor of like taking aim at me several times
a lot
through this, which makes the whole encounter like very disconcerting, and it's all weird. He's kind of like asking some weird questions, and then the strange man, after glancing at Joe and seeing that his attention was otherwise engaged, nodded to me again when I had taken my seat, then rubbed his leg in a very odd way as it struck me.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
what?
Yeah.
Is this?
Yeah, this is a bit suspicious, right? And then, so it keeps going on like this. It's real weird. He asks him what he's drinking. He buys their drinks, and then he's asking all these like bizarre questions, like it's like about like the marshes and like the solitary nature of the country, and like he keeps looking at Pip, right? Still cocking his eye as if he were expressly taking aim at me with his invisible gun, right? When he's like, what do you call this boy? Who's this? Joe's just like, oh yeah, we just call him Pip. But he's like, is that his name? He's like, no. that his surname? No. That's what we
No.
call him. Like, right? Is he your son? Not as such, right? Right. So he's not his nephew, right? He's Nevy, is what he calls him. And
Yeah.
and then Mr. Wopsle butts in and has to express, how, Mr. Wopsle struck in upon that as one who knew all about relationships, having professional occasion to bear in mind what female relations a man might not marry. Right. And so he goes on because he also loves to just take shots of Pip all the time because he's just like a horrible human. But, right. But the stranger is listening and blah, blah. And then here I found it. So, he was, the last look again, right? It was not a verbal remark, but a proceeding in dumb show that was pointedly addressed to me. He stirred his rum and water pointedly at me.
Oh.
And he tasted his rum and water pointedly at me. And he stirred it and tasted it, not with a spoon that was brought to him,
No,
but with a file. A guile.
A what now?
Yep. He did this so that nobody saw the file but me. And when he had done it, he wiped it off and put it in his pocket. Right? I knew it to be Joe's file. I knew that he knew my convict the moment I saw the instrument.
This was
Awkwardly also referring to him still as his convict, right?
Yeah.
This is at least a year ago, right? Like,
this was so like out of left field, so like creepy as well. Like I don't like I just this I was not expecting this scene in this chapter.
No,
like, at
no.
all. Like creepy man staring down barrel of a gun, like intently focused, stirring his whiskey and water, whatever it was, with a file. Like
yes, but that's not even the weirdest part, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't. So here's the part that I don't really know how to interpret this necessarily, but he gives him a shilling. He gives it to Pip specifically. He says, "This is for you."
Oh yes.
Right? He gives him a shilling, but he like wraps it up in something. He like makes a talk. He's like, "I'm going to give you a shilling," right? And he's like, "Oh wow, that's He's like, "It's your own. It's yours only." Which again at this time, a lot of money, right? Apparently, in the mysterious British currency. And then he wraps it in some paper and gives it to him.
Yes.
Right. And so we get home, right? They're telling Mrs. Joe all about this. She's very concerned about this whole thing. He's like, and then I took it out of the paper and it proved to be good. But what is this? Said Mrs. Joe, throwing down the shilling and catching up the paper. 2 1-pound notes.
Yeah.
So he gave him a shilling, but he wrapped the shilling in 2 pounds before he gave it to him. What?
And so now I'm like, well, is this a payback? Is this going to be a bribe? Like, what is this about? Because I'm confused.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like a thank you.
Yes.
Right. And it's really funny because I had to look this up again. But a 1 pound is 20 shilling. Right. So he gave him a shilling wrapped in 40 shillings. Right. Which. What?
That's different.
Yeah. So that, and I'm wondering if this is like a, like a thank you type of situation, right? Like I don't know how to do that exactly, like what that is, but it's kind of weird, right? I don't know.
Kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. So yeah, it's just very odd, and I don't know what to make about that. Is it a threat or is it a thank you? That's the ambiguity that we have to live with. Clearly, Pip thinks of this as a threat. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Very firmly in that.
Yeah. like he's like not sleeping. He's like freaking out. And he doesn't really know what to do with this. He's like very upset, right? Like so that is this weird chapter. I forgot to look up if I can discover what that amount of money would be worth today, but I can't seem to be. My Google will apparently not function properly right now. So we'll work on that later. But I don't know. Like this was, like you said, it's very out of left field. So I don't know what to do.
It seemed like such a, again, you get these, and the way this storytelling is going is like, there's kind of this, I don't know, like this is what we thought the main story thread would be from the beginning of the book, right? And then we got to this like, oh, the non sequitur of Miss Havisham, but now that's becoming the dominant storyline, and this is kind of lurking menacingly in the background.
Yeah, very much so. Right? Like, yeah, so it's like a twisting story web around here, like about all this kind of craziness that is just very weird. It's just like a little side note. Like it's like, oh, don't forget. It's kind of almost like I feel like it's gonna come. It has to come up again, right? And I feel like it is dropped here as like, hey, don't forget about this, right? Like it's gonna be important later.
Yes,
you know, like it'll be a big deal. Like, don't worry. So it feels to me like it's a, oh hey, it's coming back, right? So that's kind of what it feels like to me. It's like, oh, it's coming back later. Don't worry, right? So which is weird. I did discover just right now from some sort of archive page that this would approximately in 1850 have been equal to 10 days' wages.
Oh,
yeah. So roughly in apparently in 2017 dollars is 160 pounds, which if we convert that to American dollars, right? What did I say? 100 what? 60?
60, yeah.
That is approximately 213 US dollars.
Okay.
Give or take. So if we adjust for a small bit of inflation from a couple years ago, it's roughly $220, maybe. We'll say rough estimate, $215, $220. That this dude just threw at Pip.
For his shilling or whatever it was, right?
Yeah. So that's jarring, right? Like, so that's just like in the book, it's like it's so much money that Joe takes it and runs back to the bar to try to return it to the guy, thinking that he gave it on accident.
Yes.
Right. So it's not like $2, right? It's not like 2 modern pounds, right? It's like a lot of money in 1850. Is a lot of purchasing power. So there you go. That's a very strange, just little side event. And then you know what? Oh, it's back to the weirdness with Miss Havisham, right? Ta-da!
Oh, like this entire chapter, just I think I've described many book chapters before as fever dreams. This one is
including one of the previous chapters in this book.
Yes, I think it was. I think it's 3 chapters ago, the previous Miss Havisham chapter, because now we're back. And the thread on this one was real, like it was tucked way deep down in there.
Yeah. And I was thrown off immediately because like he's there and there's other people there. Right? So immediately I was thrown off because there hasn't been people there before. Like he's talking to people in the waiting room, waiting to go
Yes.
see her. And like all of a sudden he's like, there were 3 ladies in the room and 1 gentleman. Because he just goes from he's talking about the window, or he's like looking out the window at the garden. And then all of a sudden he realizes there's other people in the room just like staring at him. Right. I divined that my coming had stopped conversation in the room, and that its other occupants were looking at me. I could see nothing of the room except the shining of the fire in the window glass, but I stiffened in all my joints with the consciousness that I was under close inspection. Right. So, I mean, again, I feel like one thing this book does well is it makes me feel Pip's emotion, especially when it comes to how confused he is about a lot of things. Right. Like,
Yes, lots and lots of confusion.
because he's like, there's people in the room. And I was like, there's people in the room. I wasn't expecting people in Miss Haversham's house. Based on the previous experience there shouldn't be nobody else in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, real weird. So we have a Sarah Pocket and a cousin Raymond and a Camilla, and then a 4th person who doesn't talk very much, maybe.
That we later find out is the Mr. Camilla.
Oh yeah. And so yeah, all the weirdness here. And so he's sitting there and he's kind of there talking, and he's like, what's going on, blah blah. And then Estella comes to get him, right? And they're very confused that
And off they
they're
go.
like, who is this kid and why is he here? And then Estella's like, come on, we're going to see Miss Haversham. And they're like, where are you going?
Right. We're off.
We're off. Right. And we have this more of this, like, she's interrogating Stella, I should say, is interrogating Pip about whether or not he thinks she's pretty, which of course he does. Like, am I insulting? Not so much as you were last time. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's got a
this
big crush on her here.
Yes. Well, and then we get a little bit of foreshadowing because he said, because she's like, why don't you cry? And he's like, I'll never cry for you. That's not it. Why don't you cry? He says, I'll never cry for you again. I said which was, I suppose, as false a declaration as ever was made. For I was inwardly crying for her then, and I know what I know of the pain she cost me after.
Yes. So clearly, we're not done with Stella either. We have the last chapter was like, oh, hey, don't forget about this, so maybe he'll come back later. And now it's like, oh, foreshadowing. Just keep you in your seats for next time.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of foreshadowing in this chapter also, too.
Yeah.
Because then we cut to a scene where he meets a weird man on the stairs.
Yeah, he's like, that's right after that. He's like trying to get down the stairs, but it's dark, obviously, because Miss Haversham doesn't allow light in the house.
No.
Because, you. That's
No. And he's like describing this guy in depth, and it's this weird interaction where the guy's like, well, you're, but beforehand it says, he was nothing to me, and I could have had no foresight then that he ever would be anything to me. But it happened that I had this opportunity of observing him well. Like,
yeah, because they ended up so close together in the dark, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay. Well,
so weird.
This interaction will come back because you're talking about how you got a really good look at him.
Probably.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I don't know.
He's called a no good, and the guy leaves, right? And it goes back up. You're like, what?
I'm just like,
what?
Oh, okay, man. Anyway, so we get upstairs, right? And then we get to Miss Haversham, and she's like, we're going to go for a walk. And he's like, what? And she's like, you're going to walk me. And basically, he's like her crutch. Like, he is going to be Pip, the human crutch, is just going to walk around with Miss Haversham, who's still wearing the same clothes, which apparently she just always wears them. And he's very conscious that he seems to always be walking too fast.
Yeah.
You know, she is only wearing one shoe. So like that.
Oh, and she also has a crutch.
Yeah. But like she's kind of not using it as much as she's using him right now. Like she has one, but Pip is now the crutch.
Did you wait, you skipped over the part where she talks about before they get to walking, she's pointing at the table and she's like, that's where I'm gonna be one day when I'm dead.
No, that's while they're walking. That's the room they go to walk in.
Oh yes, right.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just like
no.
I'm like, I had a note here to not
like,
skip over this, and I'm like, what the heck is happening right now?
No. It's because she goes to the opposite room. So they were going to a new room.
Oh, right.
Room, right? And it's like it's a very big like ballroom situation, right? Because he is describing it as like, right. It was spacious, and I dare say had once been handsome, but every discernible thing in it was covered with dust and mold and dropping pieces. And the most prominent object was the long table with a tablecloth spread on it, as if a feast had been in preparation in the house when the house and all the clocks stopped together. A centerpiece of some kind was in the middle of the cloth, and it was so heavily overhung with cobwebs that its form was quite undistinguishable. And as I look along the yellow expanse, out of which I remember it seeming to grow like a black fungus, I saw speckled legged spiders with blotchy bodies running home to it and running out from it. And if some circumstance of the greatest public importance had just transpired in their spider community. So yeah, big giant table feast, right? We learned this was a cake, right? Was a wedding cake. But yes, and then she just like casually points to the table with her stick and said, "This is where I will lay when I am dead. They shall come and look at me here."
Oh,
he's like, "What?"
Well, how about that? That's nice.
This was her bride cake, right?
Yes.
And this is where she shall lay in state, and they shall do this, right? It's very crazy, but that's not the craziest part.
Oh no, it gets better, people.
Yeah, he calls to Estella, right? She comes back. The other people come, right? And they come in to see her, which again, strange. So these are like some at one time rather close acquaintances, I'm guessing, because they get to be in her presence.
Yes.
Right. And we know people like the uncle or not, right? But we do have, "Oh dear, Miss Haversham, how well you look. I do not. I am yellow skin and bone."
It's great.
Right. So we have this like odd exchange, right? And we get what like they were talking and blah blah, and then she like gets all upset and she starts like banging on the table, right? About where they're gonna sit at her funeral, right? She's like, "You're gonna sit here, bang, and you there, bang, and you there, bang, and here's Georgina, wham." Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So
because she said, "Yeah, you'll sit here and you'll like this is where they'll be and they'll eat of me or something like that." It's like,
yeah. Like she's gonna replace the cake, right? And they're gonna celebrate. Like I took this to mean that they're gonna be celebrating her death.
Yes,
right. That's kind of what I took her to mean by this, right? Yeah, and apparently there's this mysterious other person who's not here, right?
Oh, Matthew,
right? Like this Matthew person. Yes. When this same Matthew was mentioned, Miss Haversham stopped me and herself and stood looking at the speaker. This sudden change had great influence in bringing Camilla's chemistry to a sudden end. Right? Matthew will come and see me at last, said Miss Havisham sternly. When I am laid on that table, that will be his place there, striking the table with her stick, at my head.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever Matthew is, he's in trouble. He's
Yeah. Say
I don't know if Matthew, like, this made me postulate perhaps Matthew was to be the bridegroom, right?
Mayhaps.
Right, the groom here at the situation, and left her. This is what I feel like is happening. I don't know if this is true, right? But I feel with the vitriol with which she talks about Matthew, in this instance, I feel like Matthew could be the person who has wronged her, right? Because this was the only time she stopped. Like, all the other time, they were talking. She just kept walking around the room with Pitt, like she wasn't stopping.
Nope.
Right? So they're having this weird conversation with her as she's just continuing to stroll around the room with him. And it's only when they bring him up that she stops and she starts slamming her little walking stick on the table about, this is where you're going to sit, and this is where you're going to sit, and this is like, okay. All right. So
we have strong feelings about this.
Yes. So they left. They left. And then, like, Miss Haberson's like, she just drops the bomb. It's like, yeah, it's my birthday. And like,
and then he gets, what's great is he's
I was gonna wish her many happy returns when she lifted her stick. Right. I don't suffer it to be spoken of. I don't suffer those who were here just now or anyone to speak of it. They came here on the day, but they dare not refer to it. Of course, I made no further effort to refer to it.
Yeah. Like, oh, so everybody was here and everybody knew what was going on and everybody was in on it, but no? Okay, got it. Yeah. You're all just ignoring it, I guess.
Yeah, right. On this day of the year, long before you were born, this heap of decay, stabbing with her crutched stick at the pile of cobwebs on the table, but not touching it, was brought here. It and I were worn away together. The mice have gnawed at it, and sharper teeth than the teeth of mice have gnawed at me.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. When the ruin is complete, she said with a ghastly look, and when they lay me dead in my bride's dress on the bride's table, which shall be done, and which will be the finished curse upon him, so much the better of it is if it is done on this day.
So she's like, and also, I hope I die on my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Fun. Real fun.
Which will be the finished curse upon him. Again,
Yes.
I'm taking this to be Matthew, who is to be seated at the literal head of the table, right?
Yes.
In this instance, right? So I'm assuming whatever happens here, she blames Matt. Right? That's what's going on.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, yes. And so this mysterious Matthew who, we don't really know about. Yeah. But he did bad, and they all know him, apparently. I don't know.
We'll see. But we don't have time to really stew on this because they play some card games quickly. And
then more card games, more strangeness. But then what in the earth? This chapter just keeps giving up all the weirdness of this weird house. Just insane, right? Like, absolutely makes no sense. Like, there's another dude here, right? Right?
Yeah.
He's walking around the garden before it's time to leave. He notices a window, and there's a person there
staring at him.
And he's like, "Bleh!" And then he refers to him as the pale young gentleman. Fair. This pale young gentleman quickly disappeared and reappeared beside me. he had been at his books when I found myself staring at him and now saw that he was inky. So he was doing work for reading something, right? So, and he questions him. He's like, "Who let you in here, Miss Estella? Who gave you the prowl to prowl about, Miss Estella? Come and fight." What? Like, what?
Huh?
That's where we're going.
What are we doing now?
We're gonna. He's like, "Why don't you fisticuffs with me?"
Yeah.
And he's like, And this was so weird. His manner was so final, and I was so astonished that I followed where he led as if I was under his spell, right? And he's like, he doesn't want to fight him. And the way in which this dude provokes him to fight is he charges him like a bull and headbutts him in the stomach. And
Yes.
it's like, Pip decides that he did not like that at all. Like, it really distressed him to be headbutt in the stomach, which, fair. Like, it's weird.
Yeah. It's so odd.
Weird.
It's so, yeah.
Yes. And so they fight, I guess. And he's like, what are the rules? The regular rules. And he's like, okay.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but all right. Right. And Pip, right, we have this interesting, like, the other guy's like very jumpy, right? I was secretly afraid of him when I saw him so dexterous, but I felt morally and physically convinced that his light head of hair could not have had no business in the pit of my stomach, and that I had the right to consider it irrelevant when so obtruded to own my attention. So he just like starts fighting him, and he just like punches him, and the guy just like falls down.
He lays him out.
Gets back up again.
Yes.
Yeah. Like he just hits him, and it feels like he's not even hitting him like that hard, really.
No.
At first, but he just like jumps back up again, and he just hits him, and
he's
he
like,
falls down, and he just keeps repeating this process.
And he's surprised. Like, he talks about how surprised he was whenever he looked, and the guy's down, getting up with a bloody nose, and then he's got a black eye, and then he's like, he falls back and hits his head so hard against the wall that he like stammers up and spins around, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is not good.
Yeah, like
and I reading this, I really struggled to know, given what we had encountered with the garden and the barrels the previous time, right? Of like the person swinging, like, I was really trying to understand, like, just reading this, but going, is this real? Like, is this something that actually happened or is happening in this exact way? And I mean, we'd find out later that, yeah, this actually did happen, because he's got like cut knuckles and blood on his pants. Like, okay.
Yeah. And he just like gets up and goes, okay, thanks. And just like bounds away. Like, and Pip is like still dumbfounded, and he doesn't understand what's happening. And then to just further add to his befuddlement, right? When he got to the courtyard, Estella is there waiting with the keys. She neither asked where I had been nor why I had kept her waiting. And there was a bright flush upon her face, as though something had happened to delight her. But she goes back into the passage, and she just goes, come here. You may kiss me if you like.
Okay.
And he kisses her on the cheek. And then he kind of feels a little bit bad about it. I felt that the kiss was given to the coarse, common boy as a piece of money might have been, and that it was worth nothing. That doesn't mean he didn't like it, but like, right? And then with the birthday visitors and the cards and with the fight, and my stay had lasted so long that when I neared home, the light. Oh, this is a good sense, though. The light on the spit of sand of the point on the marshes was gleaming against the black night sky, and Joe's furnace was flinging a path of fire across the road.
I highlighted that part.
That was good.
I was like,
right? It's like his way. It's Joe it's like the lighthouse, right? The forge and Joe are lighting the path back home, right? At least to some semblance of normalcy. Like the one thing, it's like relatively normal,
and safety for him too. Joe, Joe is his safety.
Yes. And then chapter 12 again, real weird. Like this is where he's like, I'm just gonna kind of tell you a bit about what's happening here in the bit of 8 to 10 months. But he does go, when he goes back, he does like look around, and he gets home and he's like, there was some stain on my trousers and I tried to wash out this evidence and I had cut my knuckles against his teeth and I twisted my imagination to 1,000 tangles and I devised inscrutable ways of accounting for the damnatory circumstances which I should be held before the judges. Right? He thinks he's going to get in trouble for this. He's like, the police are going to come. I have assaulted a person. Right?
Yes.
He goes back to Miss Haversham's. He looks at the ground. He covers it up with the moss, right? From the eyes of man is what I think he uses that term.
Yes.
And, but like, Miss Haversham just talks to him like nothing happened, right? He's like, anyway, you're going to push me in a chair, right? It's like a wheelchair, but like one of the weird, like the old timey wheelchairs. It has like the big front wheels, right? I'm thinking like Secret Garden, right?
Of course. It is exactly the Secret Garden wheelchair.
That's what I'm envisioning in my mind, right? Like the Secret Garden wheelchair. So now she just like pushes him about, or no, he pushes her about. That's what I meant to say.
Yes. And he's going back between basically two rooms and a walkway, and he's just doing this loop over and over and over again.
Yeah. They just walk. He just pushes her in these like two rooms, and that's it. That's all they do, right? Boom.
But they're also talking a lot more, too.
They're talking, more. She asks him to sing, and he sings a song that, like, Joe, like, he just starts singing, like, Joe's little song that he hums when he's, like, keeping a rhythm in the forge.
Right? I love that. I love that little piece of not just that it's a song that he's heard, but it's a song that Joe sings when he's forging to keep in time with beating and hammering and flattening everything out. Like, it's such a neat little, like, how attuned Pip is. And we later find out that, like, Pip is of age that he should be apprenticing now. Like, he should be spending his time with Joe all the time, but he's not. But he's still feeling drawn, has these connections to him.
Yeah. So, it's weird. And then, but that does give us we get the end that brings us to the end of the chapter, right? We have some more. We have the weird thing about the uncle is at the house and they're being all weird and ridiculous and
wait. Before he's got this little stuff here. I highlighted this. He's talking about how in the, like, he's singing in this brooding voice and Estella's singing too, but they're all three of them.
I did. Yeah.
And like would often join in. So the whole strain was so subdued. Even when there were three of us, it would made less noise in the grim old house than the lightest breath of wind. So they're just like a dirge, basically. It's kind of how I'm envisioning this.
Yeah.
And then he says that I was like, oh, this is it. At least for like where he's struggling here, where he says, what could I become with these surroundings? How could my character fail to be influenced by them? Is it to be wondered as if my thoughts were dazed as my eyes were when I came out into the natural light from the misty yellow rooms? So he's even like looking back going, this all was impacting me psychologically, like in how
because it was weird
and how I perceive things too.
Yeah. But also because it was weird.
Yeah. Also freaking weird here.
It's very strange. Right. Anyway, we get back to the house and Uncle is there and being a miserable human, and Mrs. Joe is being all grumpy and pummeling people, right? Like, I don't even know. But the thing that was weird was the very end of the. Again, it's always the end of the chat. There's like a bunch of strange stuff, and then at the end, you're like, "What the heck was?" Again, I think this is a device so that you remember for next week, right? Tune in next time for like, you know what I mean. But whenever we have as we're carting around, right? She's just like, "Huh, you're going tall, Pip." Right, Miss Haversham, and he's like, "I thought it best to hint through the medium of meditative look that this might be occasioned by circumstances over which I had no control." I like that sentence. Right? Like,
that was also highlighted.
He's like,
my
"I'm
book too.
sorry, I guess I don't know." Right?
Because she said it with such displeasure, right? He noticed that.
Yeah.
Not such, but like some. Like she was really off put by this. And he's like, I mean, yeah.
He's like, "I am kind of," right? So this part's weird where she's just like, "Tell me the name of this blacksmith of yours." Right? This is the master which you were to be apprenticed to. You had better be apprentice at once. Would he come here with you and bring your indentures, do you think? I signified that I had no doubt that he would take it as an honor to be asked. Then let him come. So she wants to see Joe?
Yeah.
Right? And of like any particular time, they're there. I know nothing of times. Let him come soon and come along with you. So, right, this upset the sister greatly. We have the sister went on a rampage in a more alarming degree than any previous period.
Yeah, because basically, because we have to remember, Miss Haversham is esteemed by the community, right?
Kind of, yeah. It's like
like the rich weird lady, like
and
like
the weird rich old lady, yeah. That's what
and so the reason that you have these two worlds, like it's three worlds now. His sister and his uncle are trying to figure out how we can use Miss Haversham to advance Joe and make our family better and hitch our ride to him.
Pip, hitch our
wagon
to Pip here. Pip, right?
Yes, and Joe and Pip are indifferent to this, which the sister and the uncle think is ridiculous and like obviously because they're horrible people. And they just want to go about their own lives and do their thing. And then you have Haversham, who's using Pip as a distraction to her own world and whatever she's going through. We'll figure that out later.
Maybe.
And so the sister is incensed that she wasn't invited, that she can't get status and connection to this, that it's Joe of all people, the simpleton, and the blacksmith, and Pip, who's a no good, horrible person kind of thing. Like it's this, she just can't wrap her mind around why this would happen.
Yeah. It is a very odd juxtaposition, this whole thing. I was thinking about that today of like the perceived wealth of Miss Haversham, but it's like a decaying, rotten, unused wealth. Whereas like it's almost like she has more than she needs and she doesn't even do anything with it. And Pip and Joe and Mrs. Joe have like work hard to not even have enough to meet their needs, right? It's like a very weird, like it's a weird juxtaposition where we have like the rich and once magnificent falling into decay versus like the much more like common working, like lower class, like trying to get by on barely nothing. Like it's very weird. It's a very weird picture.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's so well, and because Joe, remember Pip asked Estella, like, or she was telling him what the name of the Satis house meant, as in like satisfied, like, or like more than like what you have is enough to be worked on, or to what I forget, how did she describe that? And
I don't remember what chapter that was in, but
and she had Greek said
name
like
for the house, right?
Basically like it is enough. And she made the comment of, well, I don't know about that because there's nothing here. And
that's true. Yeah.
It's all fallen. And so you bringing this up of like,
it is this very weird of what is enough, what will you be satisfied with, and what stature and name and accolades are necessary. And that's what that's what Pip is working through, isn't it? He's
enough house, right? That's what she said. Enough house.
Enough house. He's working through, am I enough in this? And everyone around him, save Joe, is saying no.
Yes.
Right? Like, and now he's literally like, it's just you see all these things are pulling him and trying to tell him what he needs to be.
Yes. Yeah. And he's trying to navigate that and trying to figure out what he needs. So I'm assuming we're going to get some, at least soon, some sort of direction of, or some of Pip's commentary on that, right? Because it's kind of building there. I would hope that we don't have to wait for the end for at least some of Pip's thoughts on this matter, right? Like, I feel like it's got to be building a little bit, right? About, because we've been confronted with all of these different things. Yeah. And so maybe if Joe is going there with him, maybe we'll get not like a clarification, obviously. That's just out of the realm of possibility. But like at least some of Pip's thoughts and comments on this subject.
Well,
right?
I think what's going to happen is I think Joe is going to have comments on Haversham.
Well, right? Probably.
Like, and yes, and then we're going to get Pip's conversation about that as well. I think it's going to be a conversation between him and Joe, and we're going to get some feelings about what's going on there.
Potentially, yes.
I'm excited.
No.
Or maybe not.
Yeah, also maybe not. But maybe? I don't know. So, let's tune in next time for more Pip confusion. That's where we're going to go.
Yeah. And who knows what? Absolutely.
Who knows what? That's true.
So confused.
More Miss Havisham weirdness. That we can pretty much confirm. Right?
Tons of Havisham weirdness.
Yes.
That's all this is going to be.
That's what's going to happen.
Yep. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. That's so bizarre. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So, yeah.
So still continuing, right? The prose is good. Sometimes the storytelling is like, what?
What is happening right now? Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Okay.
Boom.
Well, I have a haiku to look at.
Well, let's go.
Okay. I think I did this right. Hold on. I need water.
That's fine. It's okay.
Ugh. Road.
That's right. Varying temperatures, long session, technical difficulties, all
okay.
result in.
Here we have. Imagination. Pieces make stories alive.
Mm-hmm.
Worlds inside a box.
Nice. I like it.
Lego.
Yeah. Boom. Very nice.
There's that.
Yes.
So,
yes.
We will. Don't get blown away tomorrow. We have wind gusts. I don't know. It's probably just us. Wind gusts of like 45 plus tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. So we'll see.
So if we don't get blown away, we'll do this again next time.
Yes. Yes. Hold on tight. And
yeah, stay away from tree limbs and power lines.
Yeah. It's weird. Like my hourly forecast is like, it's going to be warm overnight, but then like it's going to get colder in the morning. It's going to be windy. It's I don't know.
What that's code for, listeners, is Collin's throat and nasal isn't going to get any better anytime soon. Waiting for all this stuff to settle down. So we'll see. Okay, we'll just have to
45. Yeah, Oosh.
That's gonna be great. That'll be great. So tune in next time to see, did we survive? How gravelly is Collin's voice?
Put some honey in your tea.
And what will the internet be like at that time too?
Who knows?
Oh, and on that bombshell. Well,
Oh, yes.
okay. Very good. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
On the first day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me a hearty ahoy full of glee. I mean, we should probably just say hello, but we're kind of committed at this point. On the second day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 2 haikus. I mean, do we really know what the order this is? Is it 5, 7? I don't know. And a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the third day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 3 brothers bonding, that's Brandon, Aaron, and Collin, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the fourth day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 4 segues, and speaking of Christmas songs, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the 5th day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 5 top 5 lists. Everything's a top 5 list if you really think about it. 4 segues, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the 6th day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 6 obscure references. If you can't say deep cut after it, it doesn't count. 5 top 5 lists. 4 segues, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the 7th day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 7 book discussions. We really should have read these books a long time ago. 6 obscure references. 5 top 5 lists. 4 segues, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the 8th day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 8 feline movies. Thank you, Cinema Cats and Linda Kay. You are amazing. 7 book discussions, 6 obscure references, 5 top 5 lists. 4 segues, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the 9th day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 9 pearls of wisdom. Be kind and rewind. 8 feline movies, 7 book discussions, 6 obscure references, 5 top 5 lists. 4 segues, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the 10th day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 10 rabbit holes. Well, not to get off topic right now, but this reminds me of 9 pearls of wisdom, 8 feline movies, 7 book discussions, 6 obscure references, 5 top 5 lists. 4 segues, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the 11th day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 11 encyclopedias. I got it for so cheap from the library. 10 rabbit holes, 9 pearls of wisdom, 8 feline movies, 7 book discussions, 6 obscure references, 5 top 5 lists. 4 segues, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. On the 12th day of Christmas, oh brother gave to me 12 nostalgia trips. Oh my gosh, the 80s were so brown. 11 encyclopedias, 10 rabbit holes, 9 pearls of wisdom, 8 feline movies, 7 book discussions, 6 obscure references, 5 top 5 lists. 4 segues, 3 brothers bonding, 2 haikus, and a hearty ahoy full of glee. Merry Christmas.